Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm obviously doing something a little bit different. I am in my bathroom instead of in my little beauty room, and it is 2 o'clock in the morning. I was washing my face and I suddenly got like a burst of energy and I kind of wanted to dye my hair, and I was like, I didn't feel like doing it tomorrow because I want to film another video tomorrow, but I also wanted to film this video. So if I film both of them, I'm not going to have time to edit and post and all of that. So I just thought, whatever, we'll just do it right now. Alright, so I am going to show you guys how I have been dyeing my roots and touching up the rest of my hair since having this bright red color. I'm trying to kind of talk quiet, so sorry, hopefully you guys can hear me. I don't know about like the sound in this room. Obviously my family is asleep right now, so I'm trying to be quiet. Alright, so the things I start off with, I always have like 2 bowls on hand, and I always have one of these. This is a hair color brush, so this will just help to kind of like brush it onto the roots and the rest of my, you know, to the ends. I also always have 4 clips on hand, so I mean I have like an assortment of clips. I have like these little types of clips, and then I have like these little duck clips. So alright, so what I use to dye my roots is this L'Oreal Technique Excellence Hicolor Highlights in the shade Magenta. So you guys can see that. And this is like a 1-to-1 ratio type of a thing. So this is, how much is this? So this is 1.2 ounces. So I'm going to do equal parts of the Salon Care 20 Volume Developer right here. And both of these I found at Sally's, by the way. And everything that I have here minus the developer, I think came to, it was like $14 and something. So it's not too bad to get everything. And honestly, with this, it's gonna be around like 20 something dollars. So, and this lasts for a while. All right, so if you've never dyed your own hair or dyed anybody else's hair, what you do is you just unscrew the little cap, and the little like pin on the other side of the cap just pops the little container open here. So we're gonna do that, and I'm just going to empty the entire thing into one of my bowls here. All right, and then the next part, I mean, you can definitely, like, they have the little cups that allow you to actually measure out the developer to get the like exact amount. I've just been doing it so much that I kind of just know the consistency when it comes to this specific like mixture here. So I'm just gonna personally go ahead and just pour it. But if you're starting out, I would advise you to measure it out. Alright, so the next thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to take like the little pick end of this brush, and I'm going to section my hair off so that it's a little bit easier to do everything. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go straight down my head right here. So like you're kind of like you're parting your hair right in the middle like that. And I'm going to run that all the way down the back of my head. Oh, and I always make sure when I'm doing this to wear kind of this little like roby thing right here, because I don't really care if hair dye gets on it. I don't particularly want like bright red hair dye on any of my like good clothes. So, and I have like old t-shirts that I've dyed my hair in before, but those can be kind of hard to like get over my head after I have the hair color in. So I just prefer something like this that has kind of like a Velcro type thing so that it just comes off easily. I can get in the shower and wash it all out like really simply. Alright, so then the next thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to kind of in like the center of the top of my head, like right around here, I'm going to section it, and I'm going to run my comb like right down to where the back of my ear is right here. This is like really hard to film in here. Alright, so my section is pretty much going to be kind of like that, right there. And I'm just going to pin that. And I'm just going to also pin this back one here. And then again, just section this side right here. Alright, and I'm actually not even going to pin this this section right here because we're gonna work on that section first. All right, and also before I get started, I use the L'Oreal Hicolor Magenta on the roots of my hair, and that's about it. Like, I don't go any further down than just to like touch up that blonde bit there. What I use on the rest is this Beyond the Zone Color Jamz Wild Red color right here, also from Sally's. I think it's like $5, so you guys can see that right here. And I like this stuff a lot. It has a conditioning formula in it, so when you actually put it through the ends of your hair, it kind of feels like it's actually doing something good by your hair instead of just like destroying it. I will say though, it's easier to, instead of just like working from the bottle and trying to like squirt it out onto your hair, go ahead and empty it into that second bowl that you have, because I tried to use this once with my gloves on, and I was like trying to like squeeze it onto my hair and, you know, do everything, whatever. It ended up like shooting out of my hand because of the conditioning formula, and it like hit me in the face and splattered on my wall. So I would advise to do just, you know, empty the whole thing out. And one other thing is like this little, it's a small little hole right here, so it can be kind of hard to get all of the hair color out, and you don't want to waste anything. So I have one of these little things, and my friend Lois, and I know she's watching this because she watches all of my videos, so hey Lois. But she bought me this, and it's actually for clearing out like the remaining little bits of your foundation, like in glass bottles that you can't like get the rest out. So you just stick this down inside and you can like kind of scoop all of it out. I haven't used it for that because I have so many different foundations that I haven't like finished any, but this works great with one of these, to be honest. So I've been using that, and it just like helps to clean out the sides. So, but before I even get started, I'm going to empty this into that second bowl that we have. I will say that it does kind of take a little work to get all of the color out of this little bottle using that spatula. Just because it is kind of like, it's kind of like flimsy. I mean, it's for foundation, you know, but yeah, it can kind of take a little bit of work. You might, I haven't tried this, but you might even be able to like cut this bottle, like cut it in half somehow, like a really sharp knife, to kind of just get everything out, because it can take a little bit of time to try to scoop all of this out of here. So another thing that I would probably advise for if you are, you know, doing this type of stuff is to lay down kind of like maybe like paper towels or something like that underneath of the bowls, just so that you don't get, you know, red or whatever color you're doing hair dye all over your countertop, because I've done that plenty of times. What I tend to do is I just take like my Sally's bag that I use to pick up the hair color, and I just lay that down and put the bowls on top of it, and it makes it a little bit easier. Okay, so here we go. And what I do is, after kind of putting the hair color and the developer in there, I hate mixing hair color with a brush like this because it ends up getting super messy all over this, and I feel like the pick end is just too thin. So literally what I do is I just use my finger with the gloves on. Make sure to put gloves on because this stuff will get all over you. I'm sure there are more professional ways of doing this, but this is the way I do it. All right. So after that is mixed, I'm hoping that you guys are going to be able to keep seeing me. There's like nowhere to put my camera in this bathroom. All right, hopefully that's okay. Okay, so with whatever is like left on my finger that I mixed together, I just take this whole section right here, the one that we were going to first work on, and I just start off by just rubbing that onto my roots right here, right along this line here, just to get it off of my glove, but it also kind of lays some product down. All right, so now I'm just gonna go in with my brush, just my regular color brush, into that mixture, and I'm gonna get started. And I don't know if you guys know this, I don't remember if I've said this on my channel or not, but I actually am a licensed cosmetologist. I graduated in 2013 from my high school, and I actually graduated with my license. So I am licensed to do this stuff. It's just I haven't worked in like a salon setting since then. So I'm rusty on some of the stuff, but I do remember some techniques and, you know, stuff like that. So I'm just gonna start out by kind of outlining that section. And I'm just gonna go right down the back. And then I'm also gonna go just kind of underneath here, just outlining the entire section here. Okay, so the technique that I'm doing in this section is literally what you're gonna do for every section, like on our head. So each one of the 4 sections here. So if my camera like stops filming or something, it's the same technique the whole time. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna use the pick end of my brush right here, and I'm going to grab like the triangle here of this section. I'm just gonna kind of work from this center point right here. So like that. And then I'm gonna grab more product and I'm just going to put it on my roots. And I'm just gonna keep working down the entire section doing that same technique. And I'm kind of grabbing like 1-inch type sections. So from this line right here, I'm going down about 1 inch and grabbing another section. And then I'm just gonna do this all over again. And that's pretty much all I do for my roots. And this is a lot easier when you have the mirrors that kind of like fold out. So I don't know if you do or not, but it is a lot easier if you have that type of mirror because you can see around the whole back of your head. Why I chose to do this at 2 o'clock in the morning is beyond me. And I don't know if I've mentioned this on my channel before, I actually learned about this specific L'Oreal Magenta color from a girl on YouTube, and I'm not gonna lie, I don't know how to pronounce her name, so I don't want to be a jerk and like pronounce it wrong and whatever, but she actually recommended this and she liked this specific one. The L'Oreal Hicolor, oh, I am looking good. The L'Oreal Hicolor actually has a red shade, but apparently, I've never used it before, but she said that apparently when it starts to fade, it actually fades to kind of that orangey color, and I don't want that. So I actually like the way that this color fades to kind of a hot pink rather than that like brassy orange gross color. Alright, so after I've done the roots on this section, I'm just going to pin it and move on to the next section, which I'm pretty sure you guys are not going to be able to see it all because it's on this side, so apologies. And when you make these sections, like whenever you start working from the center point and working kind of down the triangular section here, it's really, I mean, it makes it a lot easier on you if you just kind of like make the section and then pick it up and like fold it over the top of your head, so then it's like completely out of your way, you don't have to worry about it. And also this might be like a good thing for you to know if you're wanting to do this color. When I first did this on my hair, like the very first time, and when I put this magenta like all over my hair, because that is what I originally did, I put it everywhere, and actually I think I put it like from the roots like down to about like right here because I had blonde ends. So on the blonde ends, that's where I put like the semi-permanent because I didn't want it to completely like demolish my ends. So when I first did it, I used two of the little tubes of the magenta color, and I think that was it. I think 2 of the magenta color and then 1 little like tube of semi-permanent that I was using. That's what covered all of my hair. And I don't have very thick hair. It's kind of, I mean, I don't have like super thin hair, but it's kind of somewhere in between. I do have fine hair though. So, I mean, I have very long hair. So, and that's, you know, that covered everything. And for a while I was actually, like, I kept purchasing 2 tubes of the Magenta every time I needed to touch up my hair. And it turns out that I pretty much was just like washing the second bottle down the drain the whole time because I didn't even need it. It was just way too much. So if you're somebody that has, you know, kind of my length hair, but you have fine hair, not very thick hair, 1 tube should do pretty good for you to just do touch-ups just to cover the roots. All right, so when I'm done with that one, I just roll it back and pin it, and now I'm just going to move on to this front section right here, which I always feel like the front sections are so much easier because you don't need to like be looking in the mirror and all these different like positions and everything. You can just look straight on and it's 1,000 times quicker and easier. So again, I'm just going to do the same technique that we did in that very first section. So I'm just going to pick up color and outline the section. And when I get to like the front, I am very careful not to get it like all over my forehead. I mean, it does eventually come off, but you will get like bright pink around your face. So try to kind of just go right where your hairline is right here. Try not to get it too much on your face. And I always kind of run it down onto this little like, it's not really a sideburn, but it's like this little bit right here just to make sure that everything is the same color and it's not like my strawberry blonde just randomly sticking out. Okay, so after that, again, just working from this center part right here and sectioning off a triangle like that and flipping it back. And then just flipping it back, pinning it, and then moving on to our final section over here. Okay, so now that the roots are all completely covered, I'm going to go in with the semi-permanent dye and I'm just going to run it through literally everywhere else because I want everything to really kind of be that like fire engine red color. All right, so the permanent dye is one that you have to mix with a developer in order for it to actually like work on your hair. The semi-permanent, the Beyond the Zone color, it doesn't need to be mixed with anything else. So this is ready to use. You know, pour it out of the bottle like I said, and you just apply it straight to the hair. You don't have to mix it with a developer or anything like that. In fact, it says on the back, do not mix with peroxide. So don't mix it with a developer. And what I'm going to do is, I don't really have like a rhyme or reason to why, like how I actually apply this to my hair. I just kind of grab sections and throw it on. So what I think I'm going to do first is I'm going to take this section and I'm actually going to break it into 3 smaller sections. So I'm going to grab like a little bit off of the bottom here and work with that first. So I'm just going to take this section right here and literally just scooping it up with my hand. I'm just going to grab some of this, the red dye here, the red semi-permanent, and I'm just going to kind of run it along this section here. Again, being very careful not to like splatter this anywhere. And I'm going to make sure to get right up to where we did our roots because we don't want any like weird gap. So I'm just going to make sure that this runs right up to where that root area was covered here. And I'm just going to run it completely through the ends, preferably without getting it all over myself. And I mean, this might be where it benefits to have a t-shirt on, but it doesn't bother me because it washes off in the shower, but I'm just going to set this section behind me and it's going to get dye on my back and on the back of this little like rope thing. So just be prepared for that because it will get on you if you're not wearing a t-shirt. All right, so I'm just going to put that one right behind me here, and then again section this into another smaller section here. And I'm making sure to really like rub the section because I don't want the color to like be on all the hair like around the section but not be inside of the hair, if that makes any sense. I don't want there to be any gaps where it's like magenta but not red. Oh my gosh, I hate it. Every single time I dye my hair with this stuff, it looks like I just went through like surgery. Okay, so unfortunately, like I thought, my camera ended up stopping when like at 20 whatever minutes. So what I did with literally the rest is exactly what I did with that back section. So obviously I did the same exact thing on the other side where I just sectioned it into 3 smaller sections and just kind of scooped the color and really like rubbed it into the whole section, like way from the roots, well, from where we put the permanent color on our roots all the way down to the ends. With the 2 front sections, because they were so small, I didn't even have to section those into smaller sections. I just kind of grabbed hair dye and rubbed it down the whole thing. So that's all. Now we wait. Alright, so I'm going to set my timer for 30 minutes. And after that, I'm just going to hop in the shower, rinse this all out, and I'm probably going to show you guys like what it looks like when it's fresh out of the shower and wet and everything. And I'm not going to dry it tonight because, again, it's almost 3 o'clock in the morning now. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually not going to finish this video tonight specifically. I'm going to wake up in the morning, my hair is going to be dry, and I'm going to do a check-in with you guys and show you what it looks like dry. Okay, so while I am waiting, what I'm going to do is I bought 2 of these, the Beyond the Zone hair colors, just because one, I used one complete one on like the rest of my hair, which is weird because I feel like a lot of times in the past I've had like a good amount left over, because what I used to do is I would mix it with some of my conditioner and I would keep it in the shower, and every 3rd time I would wash my hair I would like retouch my hair. But what I'm going to do with this, I'm just going to empty this into the container that we just used with the semi-permanent, and I'm just going to store this in my shower, and I wash my hair every 2 days. So every 3rd time I wash my hair, I'm going to put this on my hair right after I shampoo, leave it in while I'm shaving, washing my face and all of that stuff, rinse it out, and then condition my hair, and that's how I touch up my hair. Alright, so my battery is blinking at me, so I'm gonna go wait for this to process and shower, and I'll show you what it looks like when I get out of the shower. Oh, and one more thing, this is what I was talking about. Look at my back. So you might prefer to wear a t-shirt so that this does not happen to you, but again, this is just easier to get on and off. So, okay, my battery's about to die. Be back in a minute. Alright, so I am looking rough. It is way too late for me to be awake right now. So yeah, but this is my hair fresh out of the shower, still wet. You can see, I mean, the roots are gone, and I don't know if you can tell, but this is what I was talking about, like right along the edges right here, that I try to get like super close to my hairline so it's not like crazy on my skin. I got it like mostly just in the hair, not on my skin, but I mean, you can see that there's still a line. But yeah, I just wanted to show you guys like what I used on my hair. So as a shampoo, I've been using the L'Oreal Everpure sulfate free moisture shampoo right here. It's sulfate free, so it's supposed to not like strip your hair of color as quick as like what other shampoos do. So I've been using that one for a while and it seems to be working quite well. Alright, so also I've been using the Aussie 3-Minute Miracle conditioning treatment, deep conditioner, and it is like dripping water, so apologies, but this is what I've been using. But unfortunately it's like almost empty, so what I have been using instead, I've just been using the Everpure like the conditioner that goes along with the shampoo, and it works quite well. So all right, and another thing that I've been doing, which again I'm also out of this product, but when I get out of the shower and my hair is just like towel dried like this, I'll spritz it with this Sweet Almond Mint Replenishing Treatment Mist. And honestly, like, this stuff makes my hair so soft and so silky, and I feel like it honestly like keeps the color in a lot like better than if I weren't like using this. The last thing that I've been using is this Matrix Oil Wonders Egyptian Hibiscus Color Carrying Oil. So I'll just take like 2 pumps of this and I'll just run it through the ends of my hair pretty much. Another one is Moroccan oil. I love Moroccan oil, but this is just, I have this upstairs and it's a good alternative. Okay, so I am finally going to bed because I am exhausted and I don't know why I decided to stay up so late to dye my hair. But yeah, I will check in with you guys when I get up in the morning, and I will show you what the completed dried hair looks like. Sorry, I didn't feel like drying it tonight, so, but yeah. Good night. Good morning. So as you guys can see, my hair is like way brighter red than it was last night. So this is what it ends up looking dry. I have not styled it because I just woke up, so don't judge me. Alright guys, so I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to hit the like button down below and to subscribe to my channel before you leave. As always, I'll have all the products and everything that I use to dye my hair, wash my hair, all of that stuff listed down below. I hope you all have a great day, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!